Hey there, welcome to Faith Unhinged. I'm David Brusich, coming to you from Nashville. If you're listening while juggling the demands of your small business or just taking a breather from the daily grind, this episode is just for you. Today, we're getting real about what it means to be successful, not just in business, but also in life. Scripture tells us, until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, and your joy will be complete. These words from John 16:24 are a powerful reminder. It's not just about praying for more sales or bigger profits. It's about asking for joy, the real, deep kind that fills you up and stays with you. You see, God provides a joy beyond what any good month in sales can provide. And understanding our provider is not just money, but who provides that money. We tend to finance aspect of our business instead of focusing on what really matters. You will never have true peace about how you steward your business until you realize all of this. Let's talk about success. We often picture success as making it big, right? Fancy cars, bank accounts, bursting at the seams. But there was a guy who had it all, Steve Jobs. He said something really striking towards the end of his life. He said, "I reached the pinnacle of success in the business world. However, aside from work, I have little joy. In the end, wealth is just a fact of life I got used to." It's hard, doesn't it? Okay, you might want to close your ears, Android users. Steve Jobs was a titan of industry. But he looked back. His billions didn't weigh as much as the simple joys of life. Let's take a lesson on this. Don't wait until you're on your deathbed before you decide that having wealth is not what is important. I remember something my grandfather said in the last days of his life. He said, "Looking back, if I could change anything, I would have spent more time with my family and not worked so much when I didn't have to." My grandfather was a simple man. He drove to work, drove home, and that was about it. My grandmother would go to his work to pick up his check, so he would actually never even see his check. But he didn't mind because she took care of him. And it gets you kind of thinking, what are we all working so hard for? What do we really want to get out of our business or out of our lives? If your business went bankrupt all of a sudden, how would you react? If the piles of money we dream of can't guarantee happiness, what can? Let's take a lesson on this. Don't wait until you're on your deathbed before you decide having wealth is what is important. That's where faith steps in. It teaches us to value not just our profits, but the people who and moments that make life rich. And it gives us a perspective that's about more than just success, but about a lifetime fulfillment. Now, Steve Jobs shared another insight during his last days. I hope you realize when you have friends and family to chat with, laugh with, and sing songs with, that is true happiness. That's a man who had everything, telling us it's the simple things, our connections with others, that count the most. I rely on my wife, Nancy, so much, and I'm looking forward to celebrating 29 years next week with her. But I've come to realize that one of the most important things she does for me is believe in me and keep me focused on what really matters in my own business. She'll say things like, "Hey, stay focused. Is that really important? Would God honor that?" Some of these things can be really hard to swallow if you're struggling in your business, but she's right. So how can we as business owners balance our drive for success with the need for genuine happiness? Here's a couple thoughts. First, set your priorities. What matters? What really matters to you? Is working 80 hours in a week chasing the next big thing? Or is it spending time with your kids, your spouse, or your friends? Or spending more time with God? As a dad and husband, I remind myself every day that my family is my real success story. And if I start my day with God, even if I face struggles in that day, I know I'm an heir to the throne of God, and He is my biggest cheerleader. Then there's gratitude. Instead of always looking at what's next. Take a moment each day to appreciate what you've done today and what you have right now. Your health, your team, even the small wins at work. Be thankful. It's amazing how this small shift in focus can change your whole outlook. And don't forget to ask in His name, not just for more, but for the wisdom to appreciate what we have, and for the strength to spread that joy around. Praying for these things can bring that completeness to your joy that we talked about earlier, right from John 16:24. We covered a lot today, but if you take one thing away, remember, true wealth isn't about your bank account. It's about the wealth of love and laughter you share with those around you. That's the kind of success that no one can take away from you, because God is the author and perfecter of your faith, and that is where true joy and peace come from. As we close out today's episode, I want to thank you all for joining me. It's conversations like these that remind us of what truly matters in life. If today's discussion resonated with you, and you're looking for more inspiring talks, I'd love for you to visit our website at faithunhinged.com. You can also find us on Spotify, where you can subscribe to notifications for new episodes as soon as they drop. If you're in the Nashville area and searching for a community where you can grow both spiritually and personally, consider visiting Belonging Co. It's a great place to connect with like-minded individuals who are seeking to make a difference in their lives and in the community. Remember, in the hustle of business and busyness of life, take a moment to reflect on the blessings around you. Share a smile, lend a hand, and make time for those heart-to-heart connections. That's where true happiness lies. Have conversations with God. Remember, it's not all about just asking God for something. Let's have real talks with God. Let's not just focus on our needs, but what we can give to God. Thanks for hanging out with us on Faith Unhinged. I'm David Brusich, just a regular dude who's lucky enough to have an awesome family, great friends, and a faith that keeps me steady. Keep pushing forward. Don't forget, the really good stuff in this life isn't stuff you can buy. So until we meet again, make sure to enjoy those real happy moments. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching my podcast today. Don't forget to go check out faithunhinged.com by scanning the QR code right over here, or maybe it's over here, I'm not really sure. But also go check us out on Spotify, Facebook, Instagram. Love to hear from you, love to hear your comments. And if you could also please share, like, and subscribe, I really would appreciate it. Thanks again for listening today. Hope you all have a blessed day. See you again soon.